You know the technology I think is upsetting most people right now?
AI.
Yep. I cannot tell you like how many people are just like, we need to sign new laws, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that. It's like AI is coming for everything. It's like, yeah. This is literally this. They literally warned us about this like years ago. In some cases, they even warned us before even you and I were born on the dangers of artificial intelligence. And I know that, you know, it was often like played up to like, oh, Howell 9000 from 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's evil and he murders people and he self-preservation and all that. Yeah, and then of course everyone thought about Terminator. Artificial intelligence, Skynet. Basically, half the human population wiped out in a blink of an eye.
It became sentient about a little over 24 hours ago, by the way. Self-aware.
What?
Skynet.
Really?
2 a.m. on August the 29th.
Really?
Yeah. That was the date that they gave.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. 2024. And then, of course, CGP Grey had a great video talking about humans need not apply. And it basically showed how not only artificial intelligence, but dumb worker bots can basically replace human workers because minimum wage costs, like a meat puppet basically costs minimum wage at minimum, literally, versus pennies of electricity by comparison. And even if the work gets done at 1/10 of the speed, it is literally 1/100th of the cost. So, and also Amazon has these bots that go under pallets, lift the pallets up and move them where they need to go. It's crazy stuff, man. And then artificial intelligence, what we have here.
I think what a lot of the companies that are thinking about doing something like that, though, or not taking into account, is that once they replace everyone's jobs with AI and they can run their company for basically free, like, they're going to have to also run their company for basically free because nobody's going to have a job and nobody's going to be able to afford to give them any money for any of the services of their AI.
Well, and here's the thing with that is that with the advent of artificial intelligence, it is a lot of jobs are going bye-bye. A lot of baseline jobs are going bye-bye. I mean, hell, there's robots out there that know the kind of coffee that you're into and brew you literally the perfect cup of coffee. And yeah, you may like that mocha grande whatever from Starbucks, but this thing never gets your name wrong, is cheaper, and is just as good as what Starbucks puts out. And honestly, the whole deal with the the drastic leap forward that we've had here in the last 5 to 6 years in artificial intelligence. You remember that Will Smith eating spaghetti video? Did you ever see that? Yeah, it's one of the it was considered like one of the first true experiments of artificial intelligence video creation. Will Smith eating spaghetti AI. Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying. Look at that. That is awful. That is just look at that. Look at that.
Horrifying.
Yeah. This is just like about a year ago. This is just over a year ago. And then let's see. It was the one where it's a girl walking down a street. see. Girl walking. Yeah, AI generate. Yeah, this is it right here. AI Sora. Look at this. This is all artificial. Every bit of this is artificial intelligence. Look at this. And there's parts of it you can tell, like the pace of the people are walking in the background. They're floating a little bit.
Details on anybody's faces in the back.
Yes. Also, the reflections. Some of the reflections are off. Also, a little bit, but this is a year later, and look at this. Holy shit. This is insane. I can't believe it. Like, this is what we're at right now. And I'm blown away.
I mean, the streets and stuff look really nice, but I've seen literally the same level of detail on, like, the reflections on the pavement and stuff, and the moisture on the pavement in video games recently.
Yes.
Like, that's what, if you play Ghostwire Tokyo with, like, ray tracing on, that's what the streets look like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's the most recent game I can think of that kind of blew me away graphically. Some of the insides of buildings and stuff, too, like, this kind of, like,
architecture and...
Yeah, like, it's got, like, just ridiculously realistic-looking reflections and stuff with ray tracing turned on.
Mm-hmm. And, well, here's the thing. This is just an input. This is just someone typing in an input. Just like model girl walking in Tokyo. And this is what it spit out.
So that's the whole thing. Like, Chance was telling me that he'd been researching it, and that AI will be able to pretty much exponentially speed up the process of learning and such over the next, like, 25 years, to the point where the assimilation, as they call it, is actually coming very, very soon rather than later. It could be within the next 15 to 20 years.
Yeah, which...
Assimilation being where people actually start to just combine themselves with machines and technology and stuff on a physical level, you know?
Well, here's the thing. Elon Musk, like, we talked about this. Elon Musk has been developing the Neuralink now for years and years. And here's the thing. I'm not putting anything in my body. I refuse. But I will take, like, the over-the-ear thing. And it may not be as fast, but at least I'll be able to, like, keep up to a certain degree. Instead of it being like a full neurological implant, instead it's going to be one that you can literally wear over your ear, and it basically does the same thing. It's just, it won't be as fast. And I'm cool with that.
I kind of have a prediction that, like, when stuff gets to, like, a cyberpunk level, and it's like if everybody starts going to war and stuff with each other in the streets and shit. And
oh my gosh.
Has that kind of technology, like, implanted in them and such. It'll actually be safest to use, like, technology that AI has developed that is not actually run by AI on an AI level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, power suits and shit, you know? Like, things that go over your, like, arm that modify, like, your strength and stuff like that.
Yes.
And run on things like electricity and hydraulics without having to, like, you know, with, like, battery packs and shit, without having to be linked up to any sort of computer to function. Because people will also be able to, like, instantaneously hack that sort of shit and shut it off.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you have someone literally able to be like, go to sleep, like, you know, and, like, shut your brain off, like.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, well, this person has cardiovascular implants. They just had a heart attack, you know. Stuff like that. Like, stuff won't last long if people are not careful in certain ways.
Yeah, but
it's kind of scary to think about, but
it is.
It is what it is. Like, they're gonna probably screw us over with AI that becomes self-aware and actually becomes Skynet quicker than anything else.
Probably. So,
all the people who advocate for safety measures and such on that kind of crap have been, like, fired and kicked out of companies because the companies only see dollar signs.
Yep. Well, either way, we're looking at upsetting technology. And ever seen a microwave screen before? That's the first one here. Let's see what the rest of them look like.
Say, I got a quick question for you. Have you ever seen a microwave screen before?
Your food is ready. Please enjoy. Thank you for trusting me to cook your food.
What's up, sexy? I'm Lexi, and welcome to my last MK video. That's right, after 300 something videos, I don't know, I lost count, you'll finally be free of my goofy butt. Some of you might know of Lexplanations, a tech edutainment series I started on my own channel a while back. I'll be returning to Lexplanations full time, which gives me a much more flexible schedule with my family, and also lets me dig far deeper research holes on tech and IT stuff. The entire MK team has been absolutely fantastic and wonderful to work with, and I couldn't be more grateful for the 4 years, Jesus, that I've spent here. So yeah, if you'd like more of my rambling, check out my channel here on YouTube, The Lexikitty. And let's get started. Samsung clock. Look, sometimes I get distracted and wander off too, okay? I completely relate to the hands on that clock. A friendly reminder, don't drop acetone on your Ray, laptop, computers, or plastic. Oh no! I feel this extra hard because the laptop before the one I have was a Zephyrus M, which is very similar, at least in layout, to this machine. That just ate right to the top. Oh, there's more pictures. Oh my god, you got the whole screen. Were you trying to clean it or something? Oh, the back. Oh my goodness, the back! I got a 50-50 mix of I feel bad for you and you should have known, but I don't think most people realize just how angry acetone is, unless you've either done 3D printing or you've painted your nails. And I've done both, and acetone is just mean. It'll remove nail polish, plastic, paint, your sense of self-worth, and the seventh seal.
Also, it'll melt the shell off of a garden snail. Literally.
Somehow it didn't affect the labels, though.
Well, I don't know.
Conscience endorse a chemical that goes after a seal of any kind. They're just too cute.
Did,
I don't even know what
happened. On the level of the plastic.
Oh no.
This is that is QuickShare. It's like Wi-Fi direct file transfer between Android, Windows, Chromebooks. Oh. Yes, Chromebooks. Thank you, Wikipedia. I actually found the original Reddit post for this. They already had given up and gone home for the day. But if you do see this, maybe just turn off Bluetooth and Wi-Fi in case somebody's trying to spam file at you.
GeForce experience open like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, you have 5 instances of it open. What the hell?
I seem to have been gifted an asset dump. Congratulations, it's better than a regular dump, I guess. I originally thought this was just like material design losing its mind, but that folder icon looks like the Samsung one. And why is it November 1979? Is this the QuickShare thing? Did you finally accept it? What are you all doing with your phones? My parents said, I don't need a new phone. Last test, May 12th, 2024 at 1648. Current power, -11%. Battery condition, good. Battery temperature, too damn cold. Charging status, not charging. Yeah, I think your parents are right. You don't need a new phone. This one is generating 11% of its capacity in free power and is several orders of magnitude colder than absolute zero. It is a marvel of science, and you have been entrusted with its care. Good luck holding it. It's a tiny lithium impossible generator with runaway free power and colder than anything on Earth. I'm so...
Yeah, you literally, you'd just be like, uh-oh. And then you try to take your finger off, and next thing you know, your fingertip off, next thing you know, your whole finger just like is gone, and you're just like this. You're like, ah!
And you're like,
sorry.
Weirdly, it doesn't really hurt though. Oh, now I feel that around the old area is connecting to. Oh god.
Oh god. Ah, ah.
But you know, it's probably your destiny and all that. You've heard about battery Coke. I have. Now introducing. Okay, I'm just gonna go with battery beer, despite the fact that it looks more like Iron Brew, because only like a handful of people are gonna know what Iron Brew looks like. Funnily enough, this is...
I've drank Iron Brew, and you know what? Overrated.
Also what Iron Brew tastes like. Don't lick this. Should I be scared? Performance mode, balanced, as all things should be. CPU 0.7, press a little underclock. RAM 74. Core, how do you people keep achieving these temperatures? I'm over here thinking I probably have to repaste my AIO, and you guys just set power profile to balanced and achieve scientific impossibilities. Bumper accessory. Look, when somebody pulls up in a boring car and they have a laptop, this is not what they mean. This is not somebody you have to be concerned about. The laptop is usually in the passenger seat or balanced on top of the gear shift. In both of those cases, you're about to see taillights disappearing really fast. If they've put their laptop in the front bumper, I don't think you have to worry about much except for them running to something else, possibly you. The few things I can at least glean, since we have multiple shots and angles, this is great. The lid was open on impact, so it wasn't like you just mowed down a college student. but it doesn't look that old. I don't recognize the whole stripe thing. It might be Toshiba or something. But more than that, like, it did a substantial amount of damage to the bumper, and I realized they're supposed to crumple, but I didn't think it'd make it all the way through. Now I want to do a Mythbusters where we accelerate laptops until they go through, like, level 3 plates or something. This is probably why that pneumatic shop never answers my calls.
It was like a
Burger
case
King.
where there was already damage in the car that looked like that, and somebody had a busted laptop, and they were like, I'm just going to stick this here and make people wonder what the fuck happened.
That'd be funny.
King's new mozzarella sticks. Burger King has mozzarella sticks? Worth $99. Never mind. Okay, well, how many? Oh, 4, 8, and 12. Well, I mean, this seems like an intelligence test. You should just get the 12. But also you should get none of them. These kind of little blips are great for seeing just...
Sticks.
Yeah. They better feed like a small household.
Yeah, like each stick better be like this.
Yeah.
If I'm going to pay that for it.
how the systems interact. Because I really want somebody to actually go and get mozzarella sticks
at least
to see if they ring up as...
Like the equivalent of like a foot-long Subway sub. Yes. Because you pay like $10 for that if you got like, 12 of them or 8 of them or whatever. Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but it's a ZA stick. It's a mozzarella stick. So it's like, yeah.
That because digital signage doesn't always pull from the actual point of sale system. In fact, that would be like an absolute pain. It's usually just a portal that you update with glorified PowerPoint presentations and maybe a few tables and just loop it endlessly so that every time you're trying to read through the menu, a giant full screen ad pops up. Thanks, McDonald's. Is my camera fixable? Said the owner. Yes, buy a new one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't. Oh God, this is painful to look at. But I wouldn't not be under any impression that it was fixable. This lens on the left might be okay, and the middle one, you might have had a UV filter on, so you might be okay. But this is a Nikon D200. The body is going used right now from Adorama for $91. That's just $91.
It's like it got
just
dropped out of an airplane or something.
Or got ran over by a friggin' like cement truck.
Yeah.
The body. If your lenses sort of survived, buying a new D200 body would be cheaper than any repair. That's an hour. That's less than an hour of an experienced technician's time. I hope your two lenses are okay though.
Almost wondering if this isn't a fake picture though, because the pure white background and all the little tiny pieces still being there with it. It's like they either put the camera on a pure white background for the sake of a video, and this is the aftermath of something they did to it in the video, or they would have had to pick up every single piece of the camera, even the tiny shards from wherever this impact happened, and then place them on a white background to take this shot. Or it's a falsified image. It's either AI or a Photoshop job where someone smashed a camera with Photoshop.
I would say this is probably someone who had this in their camera bag and it got crushed and they just dumped it out.
Guess that could be it too. If it
they
was
dumped it out
in a bag, it could have been dumped out onto a white background.
Yeah, and they just looked at it and were like, I need to show people this.
Yeah.
Wow, my camera on my phone's much sharper than what I was getting on this ancient ass Nikon. Jesus.
Genuinely. When your car decides it's her own time to shine. I was wondering when I was going to get to see this. Ever since I've seen digital dashes in cars, I've been like, okay, so what happens when, like, the display driver freaks out or the display controller fries or something? I have no idea how this X offset thing happened. Originally, I would have thought that they just have all of the dashes in the car, and the car identifies itself, oh, this is M40i, you load this dash. But everything lines up. It's just completely misaligned. Which is a sentence that made sense when I said it. It's also a BMW though, so maybe you didn't pay the subscription for your dashboard? You know? Might want to check that.
The fact that that's a thing hurts me.
Yeah, I don't have legitimate OCD, but like if I got in my car and started it and my dashboard looked like that, I would just immediately turn it off and get back out of the car and be like, nope.
Have you heard about the subscription service that BMW is doing now for like certain features on your car?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's like, oh, you gotta pay a subscription fee to use your heated seats.
Oh, you're gonna have to suck my entire ass.
Yeah. It's like,
if you want me to ever think about even buying one of those vehicles.
It's like suck on my nuts, Dummkopf. Arschloch.
My friend
German. Oh,
because BMW's German.
tapped his clock to see the time, and this showed up. Oh no! You've accessed forbidden time. Hope and pray that nobody notices. Someone's gonna get fired. Mobile CI test app. Disney. Wait, there's an update available for Doctor Who. Don't look at this. I do wonder if it's the customer improvement test app. Like if you opt into the beta or get opted in, because like some of them are aggressive now. If it was a mistake, I almost feel bad for the person that did it. Especially if there's a box somewhere that just changes it for you or it's done through an API and you had no idea. Because that's the worst feeling. Are these the new icons? I'm not sure. It's hard to see the icons with all the pixels. I'm kidding. I don't care about high resolution displays. But it does look like something's up with your graphics driver. I'm gonna go with graphics driver because it doesn't look like it's the whole display. But when it is rendering stuff, it is skipping some vertical lines. Good luck figuring that out because I have no idea.
Like, it looks to me like that's a very low resolution display.
Probably.
If you go back, you can see each pixel. Like it looks like a CR display. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Even if it was like displaying at a super low resolution, you shouldn't be able to see each pixel like that. Unless that's all that's available on the screen, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can see the black lines between where the pixels are lighting up.
Yeah.
It is skipping some vertical lines. Good luck figuring that out because I have no idea. What exactly do they expect? Personal information. Name, John.
Please enter a value greater than or equal to. What is that? Negative 900 and something, the quadrillion?
I have no idea what that number is. You guys can count it.
My keyboard's trying to tell me something.
Oh yeah, it is. It says, get the yak under Jamie's interior office 7. Well, you have your orders. No, I don't think this is true. 100% low battery. On one hand, it could be fully charged and have a bad battery. On the other, it could just be like, no, my battery is low. It's 100%, like it's completely low. You can never be entirely sure. Rip monitor. Well, if you insist. What? So you told me to...
What? Guarantee you. Oh, he was probably playing Fortnite, got pissed, chucked his controller, it bounced off of his desk and right into the monitor. Congratulations, you played yourself. Now go to your local Walmart and buy another one.
Doesn't seem entirely improbable.
Oh, I'm sorry. $400, OBO. I know what I got. See, if it had been the skeleton of the ThinkPad with the butterfly keyboard that like extended out from the sides, you might have almost had a point, at least on the high side of eBay. But no, I don't think you can know what you got, or you don't know how to price it appropriately, or this is hilarious. Yep, that's the one. I'm sobbing. Why do they paint over the outlet? Because they paint over everything. Power outlets,
Landlords.
network jacks, windowsills, small children, pets, loved ones. If it doesn't move out of the way in time, superintendents will just paint over it. What on earth do you expect from me? Upload your resume. No file selected. File must be below 0 megabytes. That one was 0.01 megabytes. I'd almost count this as a coding question, but if they're going to calculate megabytes by decimal, like there's no way to make it just like a few kilobytes and say like, well, it's not a full megabyte. So no, this is just incompetence. Yes. It's not spelled school, it's spelled school. Review suggestion. Not school, but school store. Okay, the only vaguely acceptable reason I've seen for this is like people that use international keyboards or switch back and forth them a lot. And sometimes the O's will be slightly different, but I don't see any difference in like the font spacing or anything here. I want to see the character codes for each letter of school. Now, explain yourself, Grammarly. Surprisingly, it still works. I say that every day.
No.
Actually, that's not that bad. That could be so much worse.
Yeah. It could be the server room at my old community college. That thing looked like a nest of wires that I was just like, I ain't fucking with that.
I wouldn't run an entire enterprise network off of it, but this doesn't look like an enterprise environment either. What are those files, and why do they keep popping up in my data storage? I would look into that. Giant files,
Yeah.
like 1.8 gigs, 2.4. These are not legitimate files unless there's some sort of giant cached update that you're skipping or holding out on.
Someone's
Otherwise,
trying to download the
peer-to-peer.
fucking metaverse app from Persona.
Yeah. Do 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 do
your server, your phone has been commandeered for that. That would be such a terrible idea. I guess it would work. You know, find out what process is writing those, or just wipe your phone. I broke the TikTok filter. I mean, to be fair, it is pretty. Oh my God! What did you do? That actually looks interesting. Yeah, I stopped using TikTok because it stopped showing me weird, cool, like cosplay stuff, and it started showing me ads and shop things and dumping me into the middle of live streams. And I was like, no, man, if it had more like just bizarre stuff like this popped up, I'd go on that thing again for like the first time in 6 months. Your phone can be tough, but it is this tough? You didn't mishear me. That's what it says. Damn. And no, my phone isn't that tough. When I need my phone to be that tough, I will have other concerns, such as body armor and what kind of ammunition my car's windows are capable of deflecting. Train station sign decided not to work today. I think the train station sign drowned, actually, because there's. Wait, I take that back. The dots that I thought were water inside the sign, I figured the sign had just leaked and, waterlogged the display controller, causing all the... No, those are also artifacts. No, the whole thing's just cooked. Something definitely happened to the display controller. It's trying its best. You can see
for
like,
a second
words.
that was like a big drop of water inside, but that's a reflection of the street lamp.
Yeah.
Over here that did their best and they just didn't. Dude's struggling. Give him a break. Am I still a
somewhere?
Yes.
Vegetarian after breathing this in? It depends how much of it is carpet, because most carpet is synthetic, so you shouldn't have a problem there. But if, the ratio is closer to being more fur, I'm not actually sure. I don't vegetarian. Vegetarians, if you get cat fur or something in your mouth, does that count as eating meat? Or it's just the meat, right? You could technically eat fur all day. I wonder what my verification...
Fur would be a byproduct, so it would not be vegan.
Yeah.
Code is, hi, this is me being paranoid. This is, one, if you're getting a bunch of these in a row, change your password, immediately, because somebody...
Yeah, someone's trying to get in. I know that from experience. It's like, oh, your verification code, your verification code, your verification code, your verification code. I'm like...
That's a bot, repeatedly trying to log into your account.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, this ain't happening. Nope. And basically, I just do everything I can to get it shut down.
He's trying to access your account, and they're just spamming the 2FA code, hoping that you'll agree to one of them. It's literally just 2FA spam. Don't ever show your 2FA code, ever. I'm not aware of any way to exploit this, because you don't have the date, but you do have the time. I don't think Apple lets you actually set up 2FA, with your own hash. But sometimes that hash is time-based. And if it's 2FA code that renews...
server's time to use it, but I'm not sure. According to Thor, 2FA is not as secure as people think it is.
Well, it's not, because there's ways around it that people... here's the thing. You can't fix stupid.
One of the things is the way they hack your Discord, for example, is... Once you click a link, it's not that they have to log into your account, it's that they immediately gain access to your current login session of Discord on their device.
Yes.
And then they can go into your account settings and change all the shit from there and take the 2FA off.
He actually told the people at Discord about this problem, hoping they'd fix it, and they never did.
It's because they allow you to make links change to another thing, and he's like, people are going to use that to hack people, and they're like, oh, it'll be fine, and they did it anyways, and now, guess what? People are using it to hack people, left and right. Don't click anything in Discord, man.
Yep.
It's not worth it.
Shit's dangerous.
Every 30 seconds, that's a 50% chance of figuring that out. I'm not aware of any single way to do this math, but there are a lot of people out there whose entire job is just to make other people's lives miserable. And some of them are very bored or funded by state governments. So just don't ever show your 2FA code. Just ever. I didn't know this could happen on Windows 10. I didn't know this could happen on newer operating system. Did you see some sort of update that was just oh yes, Windows no longer has render problems sometimes with specific GPUs? What? If a graphics driver causes a specific glitch or whatever on your screen, whenever it has to render a specific type of 3D mesh, and then you upgrade operating systems, but the driver is the same, you're still gonna have the same problem. This was not meant in any sort of mean way.
Yeah.
It's just operating systems and drivers and hardware are all three different things. Just because one of them gets upgraded doesn't mean everything just magically gets better. Sometimes it gets worse. Windows 11? Windows setup looks like I had designed it with CSS. See, part of me is actually wondering, the top margin looks too close, but the right margin makes me think that they designed the background as a static image, or like 2 static images based on resolution, and then didn't account for all languages, like they didn't run through every single language. Because if I remember correctly, it's something along the lines of, let's get your network set up, or let's get you set up with the network. Like it's a shorter sentence in English. The margins look almost equal on both sides. But yeah, I have no idea where there's all this blank space in the middle. It's just weird. Design is weird. Made in 2010, died in 2022. Just got around to poking around in it. There were bunnies under the board too. Bunnies? Oh, the CPU choking, performance killing kind of bunnies. I'm so disappointed. This can't possibly be my last post. I refuse. Give me some good cable management prawn. Yes. Good. Beautiful. Perfect. Heaven does exist. And it's a perfectly wired network closet. Have an absolutely victorious day tomorrow. Stay safe, stay awesome, make more stuff. I love you all. And I'll see you guys in another video.
Bye.
Bye, Lex.
Have a wonderful time.
Take care. Well, there we go. That was some upsetting technology. Specifically for Lex. Lex looked at some of that and was just like, nah, bro, I can't do this. I can't do this. A
lot of that didn't upset me as much as it was kind of like the play stupid games, win stupid prizes kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's like some of it's upsetting because it's just like that would suck. It's like just to have your phone for like X amount of time and it start doing some of the battery bullshit.
Yeah. It'd be pretty ridiculous, but...
Because they never build them to last very long because they want you to buy a new one every
buy a new
5
one.
years at least.
I've only had it for a year. Buy a new one!
You need your money.
Exactly. Alright, but yeah.
We have to upgrade the paneling on our yachts.
Upsetting technology by MK. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you on the next one. Till then, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
We'll see you then. Peace.